So today we're going to tie the Barr's Bouface in crayfish orange or rust color. Start with, I like the TM code 200R size 8, and this is just a 1/8 inch tungsten bead, but you can use brass. Just make sure they are countersunk so that you can get it around the bend of the hook. For thread, I'm just going to use a 3/0 Danville monocord, but really any thread will work. Color is going to be relevant, everything gets covered up. First thing we do is measure out a tail. I like to hold the hide to the hook and just make the tail about 1 hook length long. So I'll take this and I'll kind of part it, wet it back, and then bind it down with some real nice tight turns of thread. I like to go about at least 3 or 4. Just anchor it down to the hook. Pull your hide back and just kind of take your thread forward, and I like to cover up the hook as I move forward and get it right behind the bead. The next thing, I kind of try to measure and cut the hide right in line with the bead, like so. And I'll kind of take and taper the end of the rabbit hide to a point. I don't know if you can really see that well. It makes it a little bit easier to tie it in here because you want this tied in really clean. Make a couple binds, and you can take this bead and kind of move it. You really want this piece of hide here to kind of disappear underneath the bead. It makes it look real clean, and it actually also holds the bead together really well. And take a couple liberal wraps and tie it down. Next thing you're going to want to get is pearl flashabou, and I just use 1 piece. I believe the original pattern calls for 2. But take it, and I'm going to tie it in on my side, and then bring it on this side. Just tie it down, and you can kind of cut this to length, about as long as the tail is what you want. The original pattern, they have a marabou collar. Just put 1 piece of marabou on top, 1 on the bottom. I like to use some squirrel zonkers. These are squirrel zonkers. Crawdad orange is the color, and I will put back about 2 eye lengths. I'll just tie it in like a normal hide, and then all you need to do is about 2.5 wraps of this. Bring it forward, and creates a really nice collar. Get it to wrap right. It'll kind of look like a crazy hairdo here for a minute. Kind of hold it in place, trim it. Now what you want to do is kind of brush these fibers back. Make a lot of very tight touching turns here so that everything is kind of pushed back. This is going to grab a lot of water, create a lot of disturbance, and create a nice profile. And then the last thing you do, I just take some rust colored dubbing, just grab a little bit, and cover up those thread wraps you made from the squirrel zonker. It's this isn't quite as clean as when you use marabou. When you use the marabou, it's a little bit less bulk towards the front of the fly, but use a little dubbing, cover it up. It's not a big deal. And then just do your best to try to finish that thing right behind the bead. that's it. I like this fly in black. Olive, this crayfish orange is really cool. Works really well. So black, white, olive, crayfish orange, and even a chartreuse. And again, you can either use this pine squirrel or just use marabou. That's it.